And then it's a shrub.
See. Uko sawa kwenye umekaa ama?
Niko sawa.
Yeah. So welcome to the show.
TrendyOnTopics.
Nataka kuuliza the first question being, what do you think about gift giving?
Wow.
Because there's this guy alikuwa na nilikuwa nimeenda church juzi for like I think the second time in like the longest time, and then priest alikuwa anasema like in terms of forgiveness, yeah, he had saying I'm going to forgive you because you're my friend. So msaka sema, so if you aren't my friend, that means I wouldn't forgive you. So I started thinking about this whole gift giving part, whereby you'd give me a gift because I'm your friend, you see. So if I wasn't your friend, you wouldn't just give me a gift. Like, we don't really give people gifts based on who they are as people. So inabit your purpose. Kwangu ina feel toka hypocrisy, to be honest.
But what is a gift? Does it have to be physical?
No.
It doesn't.
Uh-huh.
So personally, I don't think I just give my friends gifts. Actually, most gifts that I give are not even to my friends or to my boyfriend or something like that. Or even to my partner. I give strangers gifts. I feel like I don't know what's going on in your life, but this will make you smile. You get? It's not in any case, like if my friends know me, very rarely will I be like, Shika. Maybe if I had an extra pair of earrings, I'd be like, Nicole, Shika, I have another pair, you know? But if it's like there's this homeless, I don't want to call him homeless, but Apo Nyayo Stadium, in the bridge, like when I was going to school, every single morning, ako tu hapo amekaa tu. So he used to smile at me. I was like, this guy, you become familiar, you become very familiar. So one day I had like extra money, so like, let me buy this guy lunch. So instead of like giving him the money, because I don't know what he's going to do with the money. He's sitting there, he looks very dehydrated and starved. So I just went, I bought him food na maziwa nikamletea. So I was like, Shika. And I don't know. And then for some reason I never now used to see him again. As much as before I gave him the gift. I don't know. Maybe I'm going too deep into it.
Really?
Maybe not overthink, but I feel just give a gift to anyone that you feel is drawn to you. You know, when you can be drawn to a stranger, you're just like, that person, like, let me just help. When there's a reason why you feel drawn to them, you know.
Kwa hiyo yenye umesema, I think gifts are more meaningful when they are being given to strangers or people we have no relation with. Like, they seem to have more weight.
You can say that.
You
can say that.
Going back to your point, na feel too, everything, or personally this is how I've always just felt. Every gift always just has strings attached. Because maybe it's personal experiences in that I'd get something, like it even made me feel like I don't want any gifts. Because maybe at a point someone will bring me something, and then after our relationship is broken, they say, I did this for you, I did this for you. So it made me think, so you only did this for me so you can bring it back, you see. So it basically just brought that mentality. I don't want any gift from anyone. I can give you gifts because I have my own reasons. I can just give you a gift because I feel like, I'm gonna give you this. I don't want anything back. Even if you stop talking and it's your birthday, I'm still gonna buy you a gift, you see, because of who you are. When I get.
In hypocrisy, those are the worst type of people. Kwanza, even last year, I bought you shoes. What did you get me? You just bought me ice cream. Like, you know how many ice creams I could have bought to those shoes? You know, like, unaniambia ndio. Like, those people, I feel it also comes down to like personality. You know, there are some people who are just raised in a selfish environment, if I may say.
Yeah.
So they feel the need to bring up all the good deeds they've done because they feel I didn't have to, so you should praise me for it. Why aren't you praising me enough for it? And I went out of my way. You know, when you go out of your way, make sure no one sees that you left your lane. Just do it and disappear. You know, that's what makes it more special.
Nice. Uli mentioned this story, the guy at Nyayo and him disappearing. Well, kwa sijui nitamention, kuna barabara tu fulani yenye mimi hutumia. There are usually a lot of guys hapo hivyo, like let's say 6 guys. There's one man with another guy with I think a child, or it's usually like a teen or a young adult with a young man, and anamsukuma kwa some wheelchair, and some mama with a child, and then some other street guy. Yeah, and a lot of people seem to always ignore these guys, and everyone always has their own reason for helping them. Do you ever feel like this is genuine help these people want, or kama wewe venye umesema mbona uliamua kumpea food instead of kumpea do?
You know, my mom always says, like, when you're giving someone something, don't give just anyone anything. Personally, I will see, yes, you're suffering, and I'll be like, woi, asaidiwe tu. Mtu tu amsaidie, but for today, akisi mimi, even if I have it and I'm not drawn to you, I don't think I only take out, like, jusi ati natembea na coins kwa mkono ati shika, you know.
Yeah.
I have to go to my bag, to my purse, in the middle of town, where I can easily get robbed, to give you my money, you get, in hopes that it will help you and your family. But if I'm not convicted to help you, I will not help you. I believe someone else will be convicted to help you. No, kila siku iko na nini. So you might help someone, and in you giving them, it takes away from you. You think giving is a blessing, but sometimes, you know, not everyone has good intentions. You might give to someone, and whatever they do with the money, it comes back to you. You get, and not in a positive light. I don't know. You know, I'm a very
superstitious.
Very.
Niambia about that, because CJ's cable, you know, personally me, I always give those guys coins. Like when I'm leaving the house, I intentionally leave with coins. Like I'll be like, I'm gonna take a 20 bob and a 10 bob, so that when the light is red and then this guy comes at me, or the mama comes at me, the mama with the child, I'm gonna give her this 20. Like I never really think about what they're gonna really do with it. Like sometimes it hits me that what if the only thought that ever comes to mind is drugs. They're gonna buy drugs with it. You see, not at hizo vitu zingine. So ini mpya. What do you mean?
Okay, not that I also don't think about the drugs part, but it's just something that I don't say I've grown up knowing, because we learn as we go, but I feel like not everyone. I used to think everyone is good, and I used to be like you. I used to just give. Natoka na so navunja nagawa 20 bob. You get, but in Africa point, you just think and you're like, because when I was small, we used to work with I used to go to Kibera a lot. My mom used to work with some kids, so like my mom used to see children that she's worked with, her students, begging on the road, even like in Langata around, and on our tutor that she used to teach begging. She knows the mother, the father, knows him, knows the siblings. Ako hapo mevaa nguo chafu ana beg. So my mom, like the way nilikuwa namuona na uongelesha, naambia si tabia mzuri, because they are sent by their parents, and uombe chakula ya leo just because they don't want to work. You get, like, you know, you don't want to encourage that. I don't want to say poverty is self-inflicted, because that would be unfair to very many people. But the few who choose not to work, use their kids or themselves, they go and they just beg. I want to use an example of a woman. sitasema pali yuko because ako in a very common place and I'm sure many people amemuona. So she just lies down on a carton with her 2 daughters. They are both they look healthy.
I get you. Yeah.
Every morning when I pass there, anakunywa chai na mandazi. You get, sijui anatoanga wapi chai na mandazi, but wote wanakulanga, but they just stay there with their cup hapo mbele. Kwa pavement, not kando ya barabara, like on the road, you have to jack and walk through the stage to go back. So I look at her and I'm like, can someone like give her money maybe to wash clothes, or give the daughter money to do something instead of them just sitting here waiting for help? And then I know there's not always work to do, but if you show that persistence, actually there's no one who's going to say, there's no one who's not going to recognize you. Atakwa, like, this woman comes here so many times. I keep seeing them asking for work. Today, wacha nioshe gari. Ama today, wacha nioshe nguo, you know? They need to have that mentality. Because you can't just walk from Ngong Road. Okay, I'm about to say.
You can't walk from.
I'm about to say where she is. But anyway, you can't just walk from wherever you stay to come here every day, because you know people are going in and out of work, going to supermarkets. You're just sitting here in hope that someone will give you their change. What if it doesn't happen? You know? When it rains, where are you? If you really need to sit there, that is your day job. When it rains, where are you? You know?
I get you. What?
So you don't want to encourage such things. And you feel that conviction, give. Because I know naongea hivi vibaya, lakini I've given to her several times. But it pains me that she's there every day and she looks very healthy. If she's sick, maybe, anaweza sema, anaweza andika poster aseme ni medical bill or something, you know, so that we know what we're giving to her.
Your point ya health, your personally may make sense kwangu, because like the only thing that makes me like maybe not like feel like maybe I shouldn't really give this guy this money is because I see he's healthy, and to a certain point maybe he's even healthier than me, you see, because this guy he's well built, you see, he's well built. The only thing is he's wearing dirty clothes, but he's well built. He walks, like all his limbs are okay, his eyes are okay, his nose is okay, his lips are okay, everything. Like unaangalia mtu unajua kila kitu iko sawa na yeye. So question inakujanga kwa akili ni mbona ako hapa?
Ena kwa mjengo.
You see, because personally your point ya health pekee ndio maybe imenigonga. Your superstition nyingine ya sijui hata fanya nini
ndio. I just kushtua subscribers wako subscribe. Sasa si that's not my intention. I'm here to add to the family.
I get you. Well, like, because you ingine yes it inashtua kiasi,
but camera tuto.
But your point ya health maybe hiyo ndio ina make sense. But sasa you ika bring another question to mind. What about cops? Because like a lot of us as young people, we've had our own experiences, especially us as guys. We've had our own experiences with cops. Now earlier today I was like, let's say I don't have a lot of money, clearly. I don't have money to freely give out to someone. Yes, I have change to give someone who is in the streets. But when you're stopped by a cop, someone who has a job, how should we react? Because even ndio ilikuja kwangu, mimi nikasema, mimi nikisimamishwa, hivi ndio nitafanya. Nitatoa belt, nimwambie unaweza uza hii belt. Mimi sina pesa ya kukupea for free. You see? Because like I know it's crazy. I know it really sounds crazy. Nitatoa viatu. Wale imagine this is exactly how it was. I was standing, I was like, I'll remove these shoes, I'll remove these socks, I'll remove this belt. If I'm wearing a nice shirt like this one, I'll be like, hey, you can go sell this shirt. Because honestly speaking, I don't have money to give you freely. Like it really pisses me off.
But you umempea kitu bado.
Yeah, but acha aende auze rather than me saying I'm gonna chuck 1,500 off my wallet to give this person who's like akotoa hapo ameamua let me go disturb this kid anipe tu pesa. You see?
Sasa hapo kwa cops kidogongoli. But you know me now.
Yeah.
Sijawahi stopisha na cop.
Yeah.
Na sijawahi stopisha nikiwa na mtu that I can recall. You get?
Yeah.
So let me say, I keep saying like instances. Sasa anakustopisha and you've done nothing wrong to break the law.
Unasikanga kama how it works in America that we spotted you, we think you look suspicious. Yeah, you look suspicious.
You know, kwanza yo mambo ya suspicious.
Yeah.
Let me just look at the camera and apologize on behalf of everyone who has dreadlocks.
Exactly.
You people look very cool.
Dreadlocks. All this nonsense.
Why do they do that? Because even if you have twists, umeshuka tu nywele and you're a boy.
Yeah.
Automatically, when you thug.
You know that's the reason I chucked those braids. I couldn't leave this house because I knew if I'm driving and then I just don't have my hat on, I just have the hair out with those braids, these guys will say, huyu jo anakaa na marasta, definitely there is something wrong with him. Anaiba, anafanya something suspicious. And then what am I gonna say? That I have nothing on me and then they plan something.
I feel like we should start copying like what they do abroad.
What do they do?
Record. Uliza polisi his identity number.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure they have cop numbers or something. I don't know.
They show
some
good cops show their IDs.
All that.
Yeah.
Record. So that, and that, you know, I just feel like I don't talk badly about our government. It escalates. But let me just say, like, the traffic NTSA just need to have like strict things, because obviously it's not lawful to extort a citizen just because of how they look.
Yeah.
So maybe like people like those just need, we need the government to step up. It all circles back to them because it's them wanajita government for the people by the people, but it's not for the people, it's for the people, you know.
Yeah.
It's unfair.
Mention your point. The government has given the people the burden of taking care of everyone, taking care of themselves and everyone else. We are even the ones to take care of the cops themselves, you see. Because going back to that whole corruption and extortion of money, ni sisi ndio wanataka we take care of them.
Mwanzo unajua niliambiwa ati cops, I think they have like a head, sijui head anaitwa nini.
Yeah.
Commissioner.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. But now like in a certain roads, there are specific cops who are located there for maybe the day of the week, blah blah blah. They are told, Leo, rudini na 20k.
Well, I think I even saw that story
Leo,
sometime.
rudini na hii.
Yeah.
I think now that's now pressure from above. Maybe the cop himself doesn't want to do it because the money will even go to his pocket. And if he doesn't reach the target, I don't know what would happen to them. But you see now it all goes back to leaders. Like
so even cops pia ni innocent people. Not all. To a certain, like good and bad. Wow. Hey?
No, being forced, like being given an ultimatum.
Yeah.
But I feel cops might strike. Even them wanafaa kukataa. Wanafaa to put their foot down and just pluck out all those bad people who are making them look like monsters.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because as a cop, you're a good cop, you're walking down the road, then someone spits near your foot. Just because kuna mtu mwenye anajua maybe family member alifanywa dirty.
I get you.
And you're innocent, like you don't even know what was going on, but people are looking down on you and they're not trusting you for what your colleague did. And at the end of the day, you guys are a team and you have to be accountable to each other.
I get you. Wow. Hey, okay. So I try to jump out of the whole politics, not tuende kwa social media. Yeah, because nilikuwa na watch the social dilemma. Yeah. Now, me and a friend were talking about how we think that each generation yetu from 96 onwards, now generation Z, how we are very depressed and very anxious, but them like it's all because of social media. Because see what it will join. Like when you are 13, when you are 12, you're already online. You're on Facebook, you're trying to talk to people, post pictures, get likes, all those things. You see. So Nona, how would you think about it?
When I was 12,
Yeah.
I felt like I'm entitled to it.
Mm-hmm.
My mom didn't let me start a Facebook account until I turned 13. Like after Form 4 is when I started Facebook. Nilikuwa tunashinda na laptop, sikuwa na simu.
Yeah.
Smartphone at that time because, you know. So like at that time I felt entitled to it, like mbona unikubalishi, and that time WhatsApp was a big deal.
Yeah.
So I was like, me personally, I just wanted, you know, there were some songs in Konayo bad in a whisper. I just wanted like my phone to ring and I hear that sound and I pick it up and it just look cool, you know, like I have WhatsApp. Konayo, you know.
Yeah.
But now that I'm grown, when I look back at it, I would have done without it, because it's not like I was closed up or anything. I had physical friends and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because when I look at my brother right now, who is 12 now, it scares me. The thought of him interacting with other strangers and female predators coming his way. It's very scary. Nami coming big sister, like now the parents, you know.
I get you.
So it's something that we just have to, I don't know, you learn for yourself. Some things, you know, you learn for yourself.
Yeah.
So
okay, now that most of us, or like you've also discovered that there's a certain thing that social media does. Umemention this stuff here, ulikuwa unataka tu kusikia simu yako make that sound. And then going back to that documentary, wanasema this is all psychological. They've set this sound to be a certain way, the notification to do a certain thing, just so as to make you look at it. Even if your phone vibrates, you see, it immediately nakufanya tu, okay, let me check it. You see, and Juzi, like you mentioned, like your brother, I've been walking, like when I'm getting out of the house, I've been seeing one of these kids who plays around the estate, just some little girl. When the other friends are all playing, she's seated on her phone watching Taylor Swift and all sorts of other videos. Like, you can just hear from the voice coming out of the phone. And I'm like, it just feels off, you know. Is it okay for kids to even have phones?
I detest it. I completely detest it. Because they'll see a girl, especially if, I don't know about boys, I'll speak in terms of females.
Yeah.
Like a young girl growing up is usually so desperate to see like what's out there for me, you know, like who's going to be my role model, who's going to, like, who will I want to be like, you know. And if it's like, there was this, I don't know, I saw a clip, Missy Netflix fan really, but I saw a clip of some girls dancing, small girls, like 10-year-olds dancing WAP. I was like, this is so disturbing. I couldn't even finish watching the video because I was just like, why are they encouraging this? Why is this being shown? My small sister is going to see this video and be outside there while she's shaking her butt. And then now it will go back to the parents, like, well, you know.
Exactly.
It's
exactly.
Society is so desperate to make some things normal that they're willing to go the extra mile, you know. Kids who, the producers of that video, their kids won't see it. Their kids won't see it.
Or maybe they will.
Maybe
they will.
But from my view, I know they know what they're doing is wrong, and I know they would not purposefully let their kids be in that environment. You see, they're doing it for views or something. And then I'm thinking, like, back to that story of pedophilia, when people see that video.
It's like the type of content is kind of also encouraging that. Now, going back to that, even my last interview, I think, or I had a girl over called Tatiana, and we were talking about this whole sex education thing and how early it should begin. And she was like, she can comfortably bring up the whole sex education topic to her kid at an early age, or she would. And I was like, I don't know how I felt about it. I still don't know how I feel about it, because it's still like the same topic about phones. So how do you think, what age would you comfortably bring up this whole sex education and all the things that are happening in that other world to a kid?
My sister is 8 and she knows.
Knows what?
She knows when a boy and a girl come together and they see, no, these are my private parts. There's certain things like you have to show her doing this is wrong. Don't do it. Don't let anyone put their hands down your pants. When you go to the toilet, make sure the toilet seat is clean. Wipe yourself. Front to back. Like, you have to teach her from an early age so that she can click it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so those things you have to make sure that you create an environment safe enough that if it happens, if it happens, the child is comfortable enough to come back to you the way you are comfortable enough to tell them about it in the first place, you know?
Yeah.
They'll be confused, but they'll catch on. Kids are not dumb, they're very smart.
Yeah.
They'll catch on. So I feel from the minute your child can play outside on her own, you know, there's that time you go outside with them. From that minute, your child should be aware. Like, there are some people who will try some things, and when I see someone suspicious, run back home, come and tell me, you know.
Yeah.
So I can do something to prevent.
Yeah.
You know. That's
that
why
makes sense.
Kids, like most of the victims that I watch on YouTube, like, hawako wanajua, they didn't know it was wrong. Imagine, like, the child needs to feel that safe environment to come to you, and you don't brush off anything. Hata kama anasema ati uncle alinipeleka kwa shop na huko unajua, follow up.
Yeah.
Don't take anything lightly when it comes to that.
Yeah. Wow, nice. Well, from having such conversations, I really think we're gonna be so much better as parents, you know. Walai, cause I think about how most of us have grown up and how most of us are not, most of us are not and still are not that comfortable to have some conversations with even our parents. But yet, how we are talking, it's like we will really be there for these kids. You see, we won't allow anything to happen to them, and we'll always believe them. Because going back to people our age and even some older, is when shit would happen when we were young, is that no one would believe the stories we would tell. You see, because of the fact that, first of all, you are a kid, and first of all, this is a grown-up, so you're just talking. You see, but I personally feel happy when I hear such things, because I feel like at least those kids will be better. But personally, for me, another thing is going back to this whole social media thing. I don't think I'll give my kid a phone. Like, I'll give them a kabambi or something. I'll give them a button for communicate with me, you see. But social media is scary.
Yeah.
Considering even such content is also scary. All this information being given to a kid can alter their mind in a certain way.
Because even right now, I could Zoom classes.
Yeah.
And
but
my siblings, they put the class in the they used to put the class to run in the background. Lakini watch YouTube bako na captions.
Wow.
So you're hearing, wako class wanasoma and they're concentrating. Kumbe, they're not in class. The class is just playing because you can click off and it still continues. Wow, wako YouTube. You know, such things.
That's
like
so smart.
Kuna ujanja zingine zenye we didn't grow up with. You know,
right?
I see people saying I feel bad for my kids because I know the tricks in the book.
Yeah.
You don't.
You don't know the tricks.
You don't.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We just have to accept that maybe 20%, and say 20% of things we have no control over. But the 80% should be strong enough to make the child even say, like, if I do this, what will happen? No, I shouldn't do it. You know?
Yeah. Nice. Acha tuende back to the first topic and the first question I brought up about history and love languages. For the longest time I've known you, what's your love language?
Affirmation.
Uh-huh.
That's the strong one.
That's a strong
But
one.
I have kidogo of everything. Yeah.
Nice. Now, going back to this whole, Jenny bring up gifts, how many love languages are there? Karibu. Close. How many love languages are there?
I think there are 5.
I know there's affirmation, gift giving, because a lot of us guys don't know these things.
Don't put me on the spot like that.
Yeah. Okay. Acha pia mimi nafikiria tukiendelea.
Acha mimi sijui. I forget, man. Nafa kwanza mnemonic na nizikumbuke. I forget. I can't remember. I just know mine is affirmation.
Yeah.
Nataka kuambiwa wewe sweetie wangu, I love you all the time. Yeah.
Now unaweza compromise. Let's say, how do you think love should work? Yeah. Because I was thinking, like, you might know how you want to be loved or have all these ways in mind, but would you be willing to compromise that for someone else's happiness?
To some extent. Love is compromise.
Love is compromise.
Yeah. But you have to have, okay, talking in general, relationship-wise, family, friends, romantic, you have to have boundaries that you will not compromise. But anything else that is not in that line, if you have to, you will compromise for the people you love, I think.
Yeah. So that should just be it. If I matter whether it's affecting you in any way, or if it gets to kuna any boundary or level set. Yeah.
I think compromise is different for each person. So something that I wouldn't think is a big deal can be a big deal to you.
Yeah.
And even for you who needs that compromise, you need to step aside of yourself and realize, like, whatever I'm doing or whatever I need right now will affect someone else, and it's not necessarily in line with what they believe in. So even you yourself, you need to think. But inafikanga point and you feel like nothing else matters except that person, and then you just want to throw away everything you believe in for them. Toxic.
It really is
toxic. But we all need a dose of toxic in our life.
Really? Now I feel, okay, we all experience a bit of toxic. Do we need it? I don't know.
I feel, personally,
yeah,
I feel like it makes you see life in a different perspective.
Yeah.
But then again, smart people learn from their mistakes, and wise people learn from other people's mistakes. So it's up to you. It's up to you, really. Yeah. But sprinkle too.
Simba. Alright. Nice. Let's lighten it up as we finish now. Umekuwa una watch nini time yote ya quarantine? Maybe hata unipe me tips na and everyone else was watching.
Hey.
Kitu imekugonga most. Tumewatch Blacklist. A number of people have been talking about Blacklist. I managed to also check it out a bit.
Me disappoint by the way. Over the past few years, I've not been watching movies. So, and I'm not like a series person, unless it's a sitcom. So, aside from Key and Peele, I've been watching movies that are released in 2018, 2019, and YouTube.
Suggestions is 2018 and 19.
Where suggest YouTube.
YouTube.
And say the name correctly. Lydia Dinga. That one will excite the ladies. I like her so much, and basically I would suggest, okay, as a growing, don't call myself a woman, lady, I'd suggest look for small role models that will build you up, people who can reply back to your messages, like, and the easiest platform is YouTube and Instagram. So look for people who are doing what you want to do.
Yes.
You get people who are buying houses before 30, people who are traveling the world, you know, people who have been to like 3 countries, you know.
Yeah.
Like, look for people who are doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
Get that inspiration, that
drive.
push. Yeah.
Nice. Hey, okay, umemention stuff ya kujenga manyumba. So you tell me more about that. Because uko interested definitely.
Mimi?
Yeah.
Kujenga nyumba.
Or real estate.
Acha ni manifest. By the way, imagine I've been looking for a house. I've been looking for a house and my budget is 50 million. And right now in my bag I have like 500. So I'm wondering. Anyway, manifestations. So like, plan yourself.
I get you.
Let me advise you. The little money you have, save 20% of it.
Yeah.
And you won't regret it, you know.
Yeah. Nice. I think one thing I'd say about that, because I'm also big on saving, but I haven't been for the last 3 months. But I think, or one thing I learned is, don't just save to save. Save to invest, because money in the bank is useless, honestly. Like, that's the only option a lot of us always have, to just put money in the bank. But you can research, find different ways to invest the money so that the money always grows, or the money makes more money. Because when it's just in the bank, it's just chilling.
Yeah.
You see, like, yes, you have money in the bank, yes, you're saving, but are you saving it to do something meaningful that will even make things better, or are you saving to spend? You see, because that's the difference. You can save, I can be like, okay, I'm going to save for a vacation. You see, I'm going to save this money to buy a new shoe. I'm gonna save for the new iPhone 12. You see, like, that's the type of saving a number of us have exposed ourselves to, instead of, I'm going to save this money to even maybe start a biz. You see,
that should be aside from the 20%. You buy shoes is a luxury.
Yeah.
Sikono viatu saizi ama zimeraruka. You know, like I forgot what I was going to say.
What was it about? The same thing we're talking about.
Saving. Personally, I think you should invest in your hobbies, in your interests. If you like drawing, buy canvas. Mingi, go look on the trend, like what paintings are needing right now, are trending. Go and draw those things, try to sell them.
I get
and don't limit yourself. Don't just sell in Kenya. Art is universal and it's forever, you know.
Yeah.
If you're baking cakes, buy the ingredients and sell and get maybe like a 15% profit, you know. Try and invest in things you love. Don't push yourself to do something you don't like, because you will not enjoy it. Sifanye juu watu wanafanya.
Wow. I think nitachukua hiyo ka parting shot, but I think this has been really fun. I don't know if we talked for 40 minutes or almost there, but thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.